Hi, good morning, Mo. Good morning. Can you hear me all right?
All right, there we go.
There
Okay.
we go. Yeah,
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing fine. Yeah. Do you want to turn your camera this way so you focus?
Sure.
There we go. Yeah. Well, how good it is to be on the phone with you. I hope you're doing all
Yes,
right today.
doing pretty good. Thank you. How about yourself?
Yeah, doing fantastic. Did you get a chance to watch my short little video?
Yes, I did actually. And I see that you have a lot of experience in real estate, and you've been around for a while in terms of that. So before,
Yes, yes. So I'm looking, the purpose of this call is for me to find out how I can help you in this business. And so tell us a little bit about your journey and what you're looking for.
sure. I started investing in real estate only recently, so around 2000. I currently have three properties in Baltimore, Maryland, and I got uh, I saw a couple of videos on Pace, and I was really interested in what he was doing, and decided to join the Gator um, program, and since then. Uh, I've been in the program for about 6 months now. First few months were kind of slow, and I didn't really, get a chance to like focus in because I do have a W-2. But recently, I've been more focused in trying to like connect with people and leverage the community. Basically, I think one of the things that they said that kind of I guess had a like I really resonated with was that he said, stop looking at the videos and stuff and start meeting people in the community and start doing deals with people in the community, and you'll
Yeah,
learn that way better
yeah,
and
that's right.
fast.
Yes,
Yes.
that's exactly where it's at, and that's what we're doing now, isn't it? Meeting each other, getting to know each other. It is. It's far superior and far more weighty to be meeting than actually stuffing our heads with knowledge. I think that's the first mistake I made when I started out. I thought I had to know everything. You don't at all. I made lots of mistakes. In fact, that's why I wrote this little book.
Oh, okay.
Tales from Real Estate Investing.
Okay.
And yeah, so you're on the right track, Mo. And by the way, I love your cover before you came on. That's a good way of telling people you're in Gator. That's really cool. Where did you find that? Because that was really kind of
um, it was I think it was if I remember it was like a screen I took a screenshot of in one of the videos, Pace's videos, it had that. I just had to like edit it a little bit and make it look a little bit nicer. But yeah, I believe it was in one of his older videos, and
okay.
I really liked the design and everything. And I was felt
Yeah.
like it has to be something that kind of stands out and kind of lets people know exactly, like you said, that I am in the Gator
Hmm.
method. And so
It's good. It's a flag. It's like wearing colors. In a sports team, you recognize them by the colors, right? And
yeah, that's
uh,
true. That's
it's
a good
very
way of
good.
looking at it.
Good way of
Yeah.
branding yourself. And also commend you on putting your number on as well, your telephone number in your description. That's a really good way, and the market as well. So
Yeah.
that's why I've done my background, because whenever you're on a call, they record these and they get blasted all over social media. It's a very effective way of getting your details out there, so and
Right.
branding yourself. So
Mm.
it's very good. I learned this from JJ Azizi, and he said have a background. Uh,
Mm.
it's a good way of doing it. So yeah, you could do that for when you're on live video and attending Zooms and things. So are you a family man? Do you have any children?
Yes, I actually do. I have two daughters, 2 and 4.
Okay. Oh wow, you got your hands full then, eh? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I do.
Yes,
Yes.
that's very nice, very nice. And you said you have a W-2. What do you do?
So I have an IT consulting job. And I have a business actually, but I would like to try to transition over to the Gator business and just to real estate full time in the next couple of years. So,
Right.
and get away from that. So,
Very
hopefully,
good. Well, I might be able to help you with that because my specialty is large multifamilies. And so the EMDs are really big, like
mm,
six figures. They start at like 100,000,
right,
but most of us don't have 100,000 in the bank, right? So you can gator wrestle, or
right,
you can form a little LLC, and come with that money. So they start at 100,000, go all the way up to 1 million EMD,
yeah.
and you can
Mhm.
get paid at closing. So
Right.
you're paying
And
with bigger bucks.
actually, I'm lucky. I've been able to leverage my previous business, to get a line of credit, and also some of my 401k was able to get it into a directed IRA, and I'm able to actually use that also. So currently, I do have 300 k in funds to work with,
Fantastic. Yeah, that's
and
great. Yeah. Your microphone is a little scratchy and poor quality.
yeah.
So you might want to
Let
check
me
that.
let
Yeah, I
me
can
let
hear
me
you.
let me take you off Bluetooth. Let's see if that helps.
Yeah.
All right, here. How about that? Is that a little bit better?
It is a little bit better. Yes,
Okay.
it's something else we need to be mindful of in business, isn't it? Being able to be heard and quality. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, yeah. So
That's
yeah, so that's nice. You got that money to deploy. I mean, have you managed to do any deals yet?
No, so really just been focused on doing connections. I started the next gen challenge where they're using prop AI and teaming up with people. So that was like my first really challenge where I kind of put myself out there and got on a team. I felt that was like a good first experience,
Very
and
good.
from there, I said, hey, you know what? On these Zooms, like before, I would just sit there and listen and not really interact too much in the group chat. And I said, you got to put yourself out there, market a little bit, connect with people. And I started doing that over the last week, and it has helped like tremendously in terms of like connecting with other people. So I noticed the benefit of that, and
Yes, very good.
hopefully,
Yeah,
yeah, hopefully soon that will get to some results and stuff like that. So
it will if you keep it up. It's a long game, but people start recognizing you, and that's the thing. It's becoming visible.
yeah,
And speaking up, I was just like you for years. I just listened and thought it was just about the learning, but it's not. It's about interacting and networking, and we get good progress that way. And people get
yeah,
to know you, and they get to learn to trust you, So
absolutely,
one thing I've noticed recently, sometimes get my name shouted out. I'm still pretty quiet actually on the calls, but sometimes in the chat I'll interact if it's relevant. I'll put my details out there. I'll get these calls booked through the Zoom calls. This is how I interact with network with people is just through the Zoom calls. Just keep turning up and interacting, and that builds up your network, So you're on the right track. Yeah, keep it
but
up. Yeah. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Well, what's your goals?
next 5 years, I'll probably say that so between the Gator lending business, I'd like to acquire also properties. I'm currently in the market focusing on Richmond area.
Okay.
Um, I'd like to try to get multiple properties. In 5 years, I'm hoping that I have at least 25 to 30 properties, I would think.
Very good.
So just looking at things that Pace talks about, and how how easy it is to acquire properties using subject to and seller financing and things like that. I would love to have. I'm kind of focusing on single families right now, um,
Right.
but I'd like to do something maybe like a pad split on these single families and
Mm.
build up my net worth and so forth that way, and
Yeah.
then be able to use that to leverage in other things.
Right, right, right. You know all the cheat codes, and if you want to acquire properties, you just go like on investor lifts or something. That does all the work for you in acquiring.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that. So there's it's actually from the team, the closer that I'm working with. She has a huge investor list in our area, in the DC area. And she just, as she gets properties and stuff, she, reaches out to the investors and, she works with them that way. So I'm
Yeah.
starting to learn about that too. So I wasn't familiar with that before. So
Yeah, I would go on that site and just put in the filters of what the parameters you want. So maybe you want, an entry fee, as it will, 10,000. That's what you put in, and you'll get all the subject twos you want in the particular area, and just start renting them out and making the
mm,
money.
yeah,
Because it's hard to do acquisitions. It's very time consuming. You're probably seeing that even with AI. You start with proper AI, right? I mean, it's new technology, but even so, with I mean, Jen makes so many phone calls, right? But it
yeah,
still takes a lot to get a deal,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so across the whole platform, I think he said get about three yeses a day, but that's across the whole platform. I'm thinking, yeah,
Oh wow.
big numbers, so to get and then you've got to get it to closing, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, you
hard.
need the closer to come in and close the deal actually. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's even more important because
cheers.
yeah, so I agree. Definitely. I didn't know the number, that figure three a day. That's across the whole platform. Wow. That's
It's early days, he's got about what 400 in the program. So
yeah.
it's early days, but even so, I mean, I was on a team with Shad Najumi. We literally make millions of calls a week, and we only maybe get one or two deals a month. So,
Mm,
and this is targeted lists we're calling as well. We have a team of VAs and things like that. Acquisitions is hard. And even when you got them to say yes and they sign it, getting it to closing, you have fallout from there. Only going to
sure.
close out, about half of those that say yes, something goes wrong or they change their mind, it's creative financing and they get nervous about it. So it's not an easy game to play. So I like the idea you can buy if you want to do a buy and hold, the best strategy is to buy them off a wholesaler, or a website like InvestorLift where they've already done all that work. Then you can be earning money right away,
Mm,
worrying about acquisition.
yeah.
Yeah, and you can put filters on like land watch, for example, like seller financing if you want to buy something bigger, and things like that. So there's different strategies, depending on where you are. I mean, acquisitions make sense if you're on a team and you want that pay today, as it were, money, and I'm in the, as I said, a large multifamily, and there's many opportunities there. I'm principally looking for people who want to deploy six-figure sums into real estate in a passive way. And so, if you do come across anyone like that, I do pay a connector fee. So, you can refer those. And when I have a deal, I send out an email inviting you to Zoom, and you come with any referrals you have. They come along if they like what they see. We do the presentation of the offering memorandum, the AOM they call it, and it goes over the property, over the details of what the value we're going to add, and the numbers and everything. And if they throw their money in and we get it to closing, and that's when you get paid as a connector, you know. And if
Right,
you want to do the AMD, you can get paid the fee and plus the original back if you want. Or the most popular one is to get paid at closing the fee, your fee, and then roll the amount into an LP position where you'll get paid quarterly and have a share in the equity at the end of the project. So you get paid three different ways on that one.
oh
And,
wow,
and that's and it's big, we're talking about big money, you know. So these apartments range from 10 million at the bottom end all the way up to 100 million and beyond, you know.
right,
So we're dealing with big money. It's a great way to, build up wealth. It's a patience game. It's not like we get one every day. We get
right.
one or two every year. Okay, so it's not something that crops up frequently because we're very careful in what we purchase. We like a C class asset in a B location, so we got plenty of room to bring up the rents. You know, reduce the expenses, add additional income streams and increase the value of the building. So they they
Do you guys have any target in terms of like markets that you guys like to look at, or do you kind of go all over the US? You kind of look for the deal more than
yeah.
the
So the answer is yes, yes. Personally, I'm in Knoxville and the surrounding area, and I've also got my eye on Atlanta. But as a network, we're all over the nation, so there's opportunity to participate wherever there's a good deal. And certainly, if you find a good deal, we'll certainly pay you again there. That's another one. You can have like a finder's fee if we
right?
get to closing. So there's good opportunity for you to make money in a large multifamily space. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely interested. I can definitely start out with the EMD. I feel like, that's within my wheelhouse, and it seems like it's within the range of what you guys are looking for. Also, in terms of the money I have access to right now. My goal is to try to grow that and get more access to larger amounts. I guess my next goal would be 500K, and then after that would be 1 million,
yeah.
and go from there. So
Yeah, very good. And once you get that net worth, you can be an accredited investor. You can be an LP as well. That would be another opportunity in large multifamily for you. And get a good return on your money. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. These projects last anywhere from 3 to 5 years, so that's when you will get paid out your equity share. Um, so it's as I say, a good way of getting paid at the close and along the way, every quarterly a distribution, and then at the end of the project, your profit share. Yeah,
okay. And would you guys usually like refinance at the end of the project, like at the 5 year mark, or how do you guys
we
uh
sell it. We
you
sell
sell
it.
it?
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
yeah.
Okay, so
Don't refinance. No.
uh,
Yeah.
so you don't hold it. Okay.
Yeah, that just puts it's complete the project. The idea is to bring value add in. I know we call it a short period of time because 5 years soon flies by, but it's not a short term, as it were, but it's quick. It passes very quickly. It could be anywhere from three. We can some of these we can get stabilized within a year, and make
Mm,
sure all the rents are at market level. We buy them typically for occupancy about 80 to 95%. So it's below market occupancy usually. And we renovate the units and get them rented out. And that starts getting things going. So it's very good. Yeah.
yeah, that's really smart. I like your business model. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
where you don't have to be an operator for a long period of time. You, like you said, you increase the rates and the rents, and then you're able to come back and sell it for a much higher amount and pay off your investors and repeat. So
Yes, that's
yeah,
right. Yes,
yeah,
many of the investors will repeat again after a good experience, so it gets easier as time goes on as well.
yeah.
Yeah,
And you build a lot of experience, and you have teams that do the work for you, and you're comfortable with them, and you build a rapport. So yeah, that I can
yeah,
that definitely
yeah. Like Pace, like he's in that position, and he just says, "I'm going to do a Zoom call." He has 1,000 people on there. He presents an opportunity. He gets the money.
yeah.
I, it's like falling off a log for him, right? Because he's got that network, right?
It's incredible,
Yeah.
incredible. I mean, every time, like a thousand people in a Zoom for him is like nothing. It's like on the
Nothing
low.
at all. Yeah. In
Yeah,
fact, he tells his team off if he got a limit of 1,000 on there. Yeah. Because he can get 5,000 on there, right?
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
He had that problem with at the beginning of the Next Gen Challenge where they had limited him and to just 500, I think, or whatever the Zoom limit is at the
oh,
beginning
yeah, that
initially.
was terrible. He was shocked at that, wasn't he? Yes, that's right. Yeah, but that's where we're going, you see, when we network, and that's the message he preaches, build your network. And many of us take a long time to realize that, right? We think
Yeah,
that perhaps we have that scarcity mindset and think, if I have everybody sharing in this, how do I make money, right? Well, we all make better money actually in the moment you go along.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that individual like mindset is really it really does hamper you. I think like because like also another thing for me, like because I have like technical side, engineering side, I feel like I can figure it out and do it myself, right? And
Right. Yeah,
that mentality really like it doesn't help with scaling,
right.
and
Yeah,
that's where you make the money is scale by scaling. So
yeah.
it just it's not worth it. Figure out, get a team, figure out, meet people, go out there and get out of your comfort zone
Yeah.
and do that. It's you'll scale faster and better.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And I'm glad actually Pace is now doing more Zooms for Gator, because there used to be only that one that Jake did
Yeah,
for the elite, and I'm in elite, so I was lucky. But there weren't a lot of Gator calls, but it's now improving, and that gives us opportunity, to get
yeah,
our
yeah.
names out of there, and brand ourselves and build our networks, so. Yeah. Well, Mo, it's been a good meeting you and connecting with you. Do
Absolutely.
feel free to book a call anytime with me, and we can carry on getting to know each other better and developing that network. And yeah, let me know if you know of anybody. The opportunities I've talked about. I do have a YouTube channel. I've started a daily uh, uh, video log, and
Mm.
you can look that up if you like, and connect with me on Facebook. That would be good. And yeah, let's stay in touch. All right.
That's another thing that I'm gonna need to work on over the next year and so is build up my social presence. I definitely see the benefit of that, and having a YouTube channel like you, an Instagram page that can funnel people towards me and be able to contact me and so forth. It's very important. I'm starting to like I just see things that Pace does, and I'm like, wow, I didn't think about that, or just like you said about the Zoom calls and just the thousands of people that show up, and how that you can and social media is the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's incredible the amount of value you can get from that if you know how to use it.
Yes, that's right. To know how to market. He's a marketing genius as well. So
Yeah, Absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, yeah, do you have any other questions for me or anything you want to ask?
No, for right now, I think you answered most of my questions, things that I kind of wanted to discuss. Yeah, if there's, any time that comes up that you do need EMD funding, I'm the guy for you. So yeah,
Fantastic.
definitely. I'll ping you from time to time and just see how things are going and if you
Yeah,
need any funding. So I'll keep reaching.
definitely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's great, Mo. You have a wonderful day and it's great connecting with you. All right.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
Likewise.
Bye-bye.
Bye.